Right, what's going on, boys? Mr. Narcoleptic has indeed returned. I am back. Your fucking dad is back. And what better to return to doing than shitting on T channels? It's become a passion of mine at this point. I seriously have honestly developed a hatred for majority of T channels. And since the T community is kind of resurfaced again recently, I thought, you know what? What do I love more than shitting on people? Shitting on T channels. You might be wondering, why are you shitting on T channels randomly though? What did they exactly do? I'll fucking tell you, let me get to it. Pretty much, you know Eugenia Cooney, I've made 2 videos on her in the past, both on T channels actually. The same T channel, fucking Belle Aubrey, the lovely woman that she is. And this one's kind of on her again today, she is involved in it. So this might have to be the last one, otherwise they could probably consider it as harassment. Unless of course she responds, that would be pretty fucking nice. Pretty much, if you didn't know and haven't seen my other 2 videos, T channels have been going after Mrs. Eugenia Cooney simply for making videos whilst being anorexic. They say shit like, oh, she can trigger eating disorders. And then they also do hypocritical stuff where they say, I don't want her to be deplatformed, but we should report her videos just to let her know that we don't want her doing this. Well, surprise, surprise, reporting someone's videos is a possible chance of getting them deleted. And a lot of the T fans just go with it. They're like, oh, we're just trying to warn her, you know? We're just trying to warn her to eat fucking food. Stop her from encouraging these children to have anorexia. Which, if you don't know, is a very smart thing to do, you know? She's 100% going to listen to you once she gets her fucking livelihood taken away, you know, once she loses her source of income, she's 100% gonna fix the problem. Like, they act like they're being saviors, when in reality, they're not. They're doing the complete opposite. But yeah, the whole point of me even making this video today is because of these tweets that I'm about to read. They're just fucking disgusting. And they also do a little bit of a switch in the topic, which you'll see an example of. It's pretty much Belle Aubrey, the lovely woman herself who claims she's a fucking savior. We all know that she's not. She tweeted this, have you heard the news? Apparently Eugenia Cooney was an innocent angel this whole time who never harmed a single soul with her endless pro-ana body checking and ED exploitation in front of her young fans, aka making videos while being anorexic. And people trying to hold her accountable were the real bad guys. By the way, guys, the kind of holding her accountable that she's talking about is pushing a petition to get her banned off YouTube. That's holding her accountable. What? In fact, it's this petition right here, the Remove Eugenia Cooney from YouTube, Twitch, Instagram and Twitter petition. So they don't only want to get rid of her on YouTube, they want to get rid of her whole social media presence, which is apparently holding her accountable. That's a pretty weird way to hold someone accountable. And the main person who was actually pushing this wasn't even Belle. It was Jacqueline Glenn, the person that actually 5150'd Eugenia Cooney. So if you don't know what 5150 is, it's when pretty much your friends or family can call someone to do a well-being check on you and pretty much you just get taken to the hospital and you don't consent to it. But pretty much in Jacqueline Glenn's video, she uses this screenshot of the YouTube TOS rules, which explain that you're not allowed dangerous or illegal activities or anything that encourages that could risk serious physical harm or death. I don't know about you, but if someone just existing with anorexia and making videos encourages dangerous or illegal or risks physical harm or health, and you seriously think that she actively encourages stuff like that, you're just dumb. So anyway, on to the part where I say they then switched, they moved the goalpost pretty much and just bring it on to stupid stuff about completely other shit. So they started off by saying, oh my god, we're just trying to hold Eugenia accountable for encouraging anorexia. Then Repzilla, another well-known T channel, comes into the conversation and says, there has been so much terrible behaviour, the comments about survivors, that allowing child predators in her now deleted Discord server. The list could go on, but they don't talk about that. We do. They're now bringing up completely unrelated stuff when that was never part of the conversation. Because in Belle's tweet, she was bringing up about the fact that people are mad at her for going after her for having an eating disorder. Now Repzilla comes in and like, oh, he's alluding to her pretty much encouraging child predators just because she didn't ban them from her Discord. But he doesn't go on to show any proof of the fact that she even knew they were there. And then someone responded, yeah, she's the first to call out these predators. Please, you know, typical T vocabulary, I guess. Then Repzilla, the smart man that he is, replies, she deleted her Discord because she was called out. She had a convicted child molester as a moderator and another who was allegedly arrested for CP. Another who promoted pro-ana predatorial behaviour. There was a young girl involved. It was a terrible situation. To me, it sounds like she solved that situation. She deleted the Discord server once she found out that there was a child molester in there. I don't understand what he's trying to get at with that. In my opinion, she handled that situation perfectly. She saw and got told that there was child molester, all bad stuff going on in a Discord server. So she deleted it. Now these T channels are trying to spin that on her and saying she's trying to hide it and alluding to her being involved with any of that stuff for some reason. Like, T channels are such cunts, dude. They really are. They pretend they're all about justice, but yet when justice is actually served and she gets rid of the child predators, they're now blaming her for even having them in there in the first place. Pretty much there is nothing Eugenia can do to please these people. They also encourage their audiences to stop giving her attention because then maybe she'll fix her eating disorder, while proceeding to make another 30 videos on her. Like, if that ain't the finest bit of fucking contradictory you've ever seen in your life, I don't know what is. And back onto the TOS thing that I was talking about earlier, they are trying to push this on her, saying her eating disorder is a good enough reason for her to be removed from the platform. But what about other people that encourage eating disorders, like Nikocado Avocado? His whole channel is just him eating himself to death. Because I mean, if we're talking about self-harm and eating disorders, does he need to be banned too? And the funny thing is, Belle actually made a video on why they shouldn't be compared, and one of her main points in that video is that Nikocado Avocado is fat. Literally, that's pretty much what she's saying. She's saying, oh, Eugenia's is more dangerous because that's what society is making out like how a woman should be deemed. So she's saying just because Nikocado Avocado is fat, his isn't as bad. There is pretty much no difference. He's a fat cunt, she's very underweight, and at some point they're both going to die from it.
Nikocado Avocado is not really within what is societally deemed as conventionally attractive. We can see that Eugenia's is much more closely aligned with what society deems as beautiful. It is much more similar to what is conventionally attractive, which is to be thin.
Like, wouldn't that just make Eugenia a victim of society then? And literally, if you look at her comments and any of her social medias, you can see comments of people abusing her, insulting her look. Not that many people seriously do want to look like her. And if we're being honest, she gets made fun of more for her looks than Nikocado Avocado does. And the reason I bring up the comments and stuff is because she later goes on to say, oh, Nikocado Avocado's videos aren't making people want to look like him. Clearly Eugenia's videos aren't either. So to wrap this video up, these T channels are grasping at straws and trying to come up with an excuse to get Eugenia banned, when Eugenia's content isn't even about her eating disorder. Whereas Nikocado Avocado's is, he eats food for a living. Whereas Eugenia just does fashion and makeup. So these T channels, at the end of the day, are scum, need to just stop and pick a different target, because their target was Gabby Hanna, now they're back on Eugenia Cooney. And I think they need to learn when to get some fucking morals, honestly. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for today's video, boys. I appreciate you for watching. Gonna try and upload a bit more frequently now as well, because I'm just trying to get back on top of my shit. Don't want my channel to fully die, as you know. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for today's video, boys. I appreciate you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, people. Don't become a T channel.